Okay. So you use the perfume, right? Remove the clothes then. So guys, you're supposed to remove the trigger. If let's say it's the perfume, you remove the clothes and throw them away. And then you make sure she's still seated in a rest position. And then if she's not improving, you give her another final puff. So how do you feel? And then you lock it.
Hi guys, welcome again to Safety Plug. For those who are new, my name is Irene Jambri.
And my name is Anna. So today we have Irene back to the channel. If you liked the other video that she took over, let me know down in the comment below. And if you want to be part of the video, you can just DM me in my Instagram, Safety Plug. Go follow us at Safety Plug and let's grow together. Let's keep learning, let's keep sharing, let's keep subscribing. Put on your notification and you'll always know when we upload a new video. Make sure your friends subscribe. If you're the first person to bring in 20 subscribers in a row, as we said earlier, just screenshot it and DM me in my Instagram. I'll give you a new fully equipped first aid box and you'll be the winner. So guys, without further ado, today we're going to have a chit chat because Irene has visited us. I thought it would be good that we keep learning about first aid, but today just through talks. And I don't know how many of you have ever had a scenario where a family member has asthma or an attack for the airways. If you have, kindly leave a comment down below. I would like to know your experience was and how you tackled it. I would also like to know your feedback on asthma, whether you're asthmatic, and if you know how to manage it. So today I'll be asking Irene some questions and she's going to be answering. And Irene, welcome again. What do you want to tell them before we start off?
Just get out of here educated and knowledgeable.
So let's go. What is asthma?
So asthma is a condition that is normally brought about by the constriction of the airway. So when we say the airway, we normally talking about the respiratory system that includes the nose, the throat, all the way to the bronchitis, the bronchioles, and the lungs.
What is the constriction of the airway? Does it become big or small?
So when you talk about constriction, we are normally talking about narrowing of the air passage because of exposure to a trigger.
Yeah. So what is a trigger? An example of a trigger, I mean, yeah. Can I be a trigger to your asthma?
That is a very nice question.
Yeah.
Yes, you might.
How?
Maybe you have something that you've sprayed on your clothes, and that perfume or the cloth that has so many particles might be a trigger to someone who is asthmatic. So people who are asthmatic have different triggers depending on something that we call individual susceptibility. How my body reacts to a certain condition is not how your body reacts. Remember, we had talked about individual susceptibility. So asthma attacks might be caused by three things, and number one is that trigger. So triggers may come from the air pollution. We can say maybe smokes, fumes. We have the dust particles or the cloth particles, small particles that arise. We can have allergens like pollen, mold, inhalation. This also may cause the asthma attack, and we also have infections that may trigger the attack, chest infections.
No. Let's say you have asthma. And the way common cold works is if I have common colds or I have COVID and we spend time together, I love it, unless my immunity is very high. So what happens to asthma? If you have asthma, can you transfer it to me? Like, how is it? Yeah. Where does someone? Yeah.
No, you cannot transmit asthma like common cold from one person to another.
Okay.
Asthma, you can get it from inheritance, and we also have something that we call occupational asthma. From the occupation that you're doing, you can acquire that certain condition. We call it after a chronic exposure time period. By chronic, we mean it has taken a long period of time before the signs and conditions of that particular condition starts showing up. So when you're talking about asthma, we can have mild asthma, we can have moderate asthma, and we can have severe asthma. So in mild asthma, this is where you can find this person gets the signs and symptoms of asthma like at least once a week or twice a month. For moderate asthma, you find that this person is able to show the signs and symptoms of an asthmatic attack at several times, maybe in a day or in a week, and with flares. And in severe asthma, this is where this condition now is very critical, and this person, even when they take the medication that an asthmatic person takes, it does not correspond with the condition, and it might lead to death. So actually we have 4 types of severe asthmas. So eosinophils is asthma related to too many types of our white blood cells. We have neutrophils. This is asthma related to too many different types of white blood cells. We have the allergic asthma. This is related to exposure to allergens like pollen and mold, as we had talked earlier. And then we have the air smooth muscle hypertrophy type of asthma. This is caused by overdevelopment of the muscles in the airway or along the airway. So they cause the inside of the airway to constrict and become narrow.
Now I have another question for you. How do you know that someone has asthma?
So in order to know that someone has asthma, you have to go and get checked by a doctor. Go for an x-ray so that they can check your airway passage, the shape and how it looks like, so that they can determine if you have asthma. Additionally, this can be related to the signs and symptoms that this person is showing. These signs and symptoms related can be, we can have constriction or difficulty in breathing of the airway. We have breathing with the wheezing sound. Normally when an asthmatic person has an attack, when they're breathing, you normally hear a sound like breathing because of the inflammation that is caused inside the airway that produces mucus, and in relation also constricts the air passage, makes it narrower. Additionally, also these people complain of a dry ticklish cough. They also complain of a tight chest. In layman's language, you can hear someone saying that they feel like they have carried a vehicle on their chest or something very heavy. These people will also have congested blood vessels that you may observe maybe on the face and neck, especially if it is a case of severe asthma where difficulty in breathing is very prominent. And as time goes by, because of lack of the body getting enough oxygen, you might find that this person will start to turn bluish grayish in color, the skin, a condition that we call cyanosis, because of lack of enough circulation of blood throughout the body.
So, what is the first aid for someone with asthma?
In case you're somewhere, maybe in your workplace, at home, and you encounter someone who has asthma, remember, you have to seek consent. Let these people agree for you to help them. The second thing is you have to reassure this casualty that they'll be okay. Remove the casualty from the trigger, because remember, it is the trigger that is causing the attack in the first place. So if it is somewhere that is dusty, you can remove them from that place, take them in a clean environment. Let them be proactive by ensuring that they maybe wear a mask before going to that area. They try to keep away from the triggers. After that, you can sit and reassure the casualty. Let them sit in a comfortable position, a position that they feel it is best or it is at ease for them to breathe. Normally, this is a half-sitting position, like the way we have seated. Ask the casualty if they have medication. If the casualty is conscious, ask them if they have medication. Most of them use an inhaler, like this one, or a different one, depending on the prescription that the doctor have prescribed for them. So if they have the medication, help the casualty to administer the medication to themselves. So when you're administering this inhaler to this casualty, you'll place it in this position. The cylinder should be facing upwards. Then remember to shake your inhaler before use. Then advise the casualty to open their mouth, press in the one puff, let them hold in their breaths for 10 seconds, then administer the other one. So for moderate or mild asthma conditions, we normally recommend you can give this casualty 2 puffs, then observe. So after you give 1 puff, observe, give another puff, then observe. Observe for like 2 to 4 minutes. If the casualty condition is not improving, you can give an additional puff. Remember guys, you've already called for help at this point. In severe asthma, we normally recommend you give this casualty 4 puffs. So you give this casualty 4 puffs, then observe for 4 minutes to check if the condition is subduing or not. If the condition is not, then make sure you call for help and you take this casualty to hospital. Maybe you might be in a case where you don't have any accessibility with an inhaler. You can try to use a home remedy, boil water, put something menthol inside the water. We have Kaluma, we have the famous Rob. Try to inhale. It will help to open up the airways a little bit, and it will also help you get time to find where the medication is or get to hospital. Yes.
So I have a question. You already know. Now, what if this is my inhaler and you have an attack? Can I share it with you?
No.
Why not?
We highly don't recommend for anyone to share the inhaler, especially during COVID, these times with COVID-19 and everything. So we don't advocate for a person to share an inhaler with someone. Also, you might find this person maybe is allergic to a certain product in that inhaler, and maybe they use a certain type of product or inhaler. So you might end up worsening the condition of this casualty instead of helping the casualty.
Thank you guys for watching, and once again, thank you for coming back to our channel and keeping up with us. Hope everyone is learning and the video are helpful. If you have a question, those are the ones that I had, kindly leave a comment down below. We can do a part 2 or a part 3 or a part 4. The essence of our channel is to learn together and also grow together. Keep subscribing, ask your friends to subscribe, share, and tag us, and then we can grow together. I didn't know what do I have to say.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye.